stand behind the podium, I'd rather just talk to you in a more relaxed way, if you don't mind. Am I speaking loud enough for everyone to hear me? Yeah, in the back. I'm honored, absolutely honored to be here today with you all to speak about our experience and where we find hope. When Lynette asked me, I immediately jumped at the opportunity because any opportunity, number one, to interact with everybody that's in this club, I enjoy doing, and also any opportunity to represent my son and talk about him. Well, I jumped at that because they don't come often enough. It's a tough assignment talking to you all, talking about hope, because how do I talk about hope with everyone? What do I say? And I came to realize I can't really say one thing that's going to give everybody hope. All I can really do is say what has given us hope, and what has worked for us, and what kind of things that we've realized to help us to get more strength in life and keep on going, at the same time as missing our little guy. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I've always wanted to be a dad. I don't know how it is for other people or other guys out there, but from a young man, on up, I always looked forward to the day that I was going to be a dad. My sister had nieces, 2, 3 before my son was born, and I was there as much as I could, doing as much as I could, including changing diapers and all that, because I just love kids and I couldn't wait to be a dad myself. And when Marky and I got pregnant with Victor Luis, well, we had had a miscarriage before that, so we were very happy about it, but we were cautious about it, waiting to get past those hurdles that we all have to get past. And then the day that we went to baby views and found out that it was a boy, well, that was just an amazing day. Like I said, I have nieces, and Marky's sister also has 2 daughters. So this was the first boy to the family and our first child, and we were just elated, so excited. That was an amazing day that I'll always remember. Victor Luis was full term, and his due date was March 4th, 2006. Well, he came up to his due date and he wasn't budging and nothing was happening. He was content as could be where he was. And I remember the night of March 4th, laying in bed with Marky and talking to him and saying, "What are you doing? Let's go, get out here." And being so excited that I couldn't sleep. That was a Saturday night. Monday morning was our planned induction day. We went to the hospital. Marky started showing some signs of preeclampsia, so they put us in. It was our planned induction day anyway, so it was coming together, just like it was supposed to. And she checked in, and they started trying to induce the process. We went all that day and all that night listening to his strong, healthy heartbeat. The next morning at about 9 a.m., we started looking at the fact that he wasn't dropping and were we going to do something different. And around 10, the doctor decided to do a C-section. They did the C-section, and at about 10:45, they got Victor Luis out, and he was lifeless. And we just had no explanation why, but that was the way it was. But he was beautiful, and getting to meet him, for both of us, was one of the most amazing experiences anyone can ever have. And we both agreed that when we saw him, we looked at him and we said, "Yeah, we know you. You always known you somehow." But it was the first time we'd ever laid eyes on him. But we'll never forget it. Neither of us will. 7 pounds, 2 ounces, 20 inches long. Perfect. Beautiful. Yes, I'm biased. But he was gone. And there we were. Well, the adventure, that's not the right way to say it, but the situation didn't end there. A few hours later, my father, who obviously all our family was there, noticed that she wasn't producing urine. Marky wasn't. And that didn't change. And we came to find out that her kidney shut down for some reason. So we spent the next 3 weeks in the hospital trying to get her kidney function back with dialysis and plasmapheresis. And Marky gaining more and more weight from the fact that she wasn't getting rid of any fluids. And she got intensely sick and had to fight for her life also. Thankfully, about 2.5, 3 weeks into it, her kidney started working again. And everybody was praying for P. All our friends all over the country, all over the world, pray for P. It was hilarious. Her sister sent that out, pray for P. And they were. So that's what happened. Marky's kidney started working again. And when they started working incredibly. The recovery wasn't fast, but it was always in the right direction, and that was a blessing. And finally, a month later, we got to go home, and then we got to lay our son to rest. At the memorial service, we both got up and spoke and talked about Victor Luis, and that was our opportunity to introduce him to everybody, which we were excited about. And in the end, I spoke of, how are we going on? What are we going to do? And I wasn't feeling God at the time. I was angry at God. And Marky was angry at me too. And so I was actually lost with respect to God, and I had to find something. And what I keyed on was a movie that I'm sure many of you have seen called Castaway with Tom Hanks. And at the end of that movie, he talks about how he got through the experience of being on this deserted island, and then after that, losing the love of his life. And he talks about the lesson he learned, that he had to keep on breathing because you never know what the tide may bring. And that's what I was holding on to at that point. The idea that I have to keep going, and I'm not sure why, but I just do. That and Marky.